the gear you are holding right now is about to become a relic of the past. If the latest reports from the supply chain are even half true, Canon is preparing to break a decades-long silence and release a camera that shouldn't exist. Welcome to TechVibe. Today we are stripping away the rumors to look at the authentic reality of the Canon EOS R4. For years, the number 4 was skipped in the lineup due to Japanese superstition, but in 2026, Canon is throwing out the rulebook. They are aiming directly at the Sony A7RV and the Nikon Z8 with a high-resolution, stacked sensor monster that bridges the gap between the speed of the R3 and the detail of the R5. If you are planning on dropping $4,000 on a new body this year, stop. You need to hear this first because the EOS R4 is the Goldilocks flagship that is about to reset the industry standard for professional creators in the US and beyond. The camera industry has always had a frustrating gap. On one side, you have the high-resolution beasts like the R5 that give you incredible detail but struggle with rolling shutter and heat. On the other side, you have the speed kings like the R1, which are blazing fast but leave you wanting more than 24 or 30 megapixels for large-scale prints. The EOS R4 is the unified beast designed to end that compromise forever. The most authentic data suggests that Canon is housing a brand new 60.3 megapixel back-illuminated stacked CMOS sensor inside this body. Why does stacked matter? In the past, high resolution meant a slow readout speed. This meant rolling shutter was a nightmare for video and fast-moving subjects. But with the R4 stacked architecture, Canon is aiming for a readout speed that rivals the R3. We are looking at a high-resolution camera that can shoot at 40 frames per second with zero blackout. Imagine having the detail for a high-end fashion billboard, but the speed to capture a hummingbird's wings in mid-stroke. This isn't just an upgrade, it's a category killer. But a sensor is only as good as the processor behind it. For 2026, Canon is doubling down on the Digic accelerator. This isn't just a faster chip, it's a dedicated neural network processing unit. What does that mean for you in the field? It means action priority autofocus. The R4 is designed to recognize not just eyes, but specific movements. Whether it's a soccer player about to kick a ball or a bride turning for a veil toss, the AI predicts the movement before it happens. For the premium wedding and commercial market, the R4 is expected to debut Eye Control AF 2.0. The original R3 tech was impressive, but the R4's version is refined for users with glasses and offers much faster response times. You simply look at your subject in the viewfinder, and the camera locks on. It's like the camera is an extension of your own nervous system. For the filmmakers, the EOS R4 is positioning itself as a legitimate cinema hybrid. We are looking at internal 8K 60p RAW recording. But unlike previous generations, the 2026 thermal architecture, utilizing a new graphene-based cooling system, promises significantly longer record times without the dreaded overheating icon. The R4 will also offer oversampled 4K 120p with no crop. For the US and European commercial markets, where 4K is the standard delivery, having that much data to downsample means your footage will be the sharpest on the market. Add in C-Log 2 and C-Log 3, and you have a color science that integrates perfectly with the Canon cinema line. In terms of build, the R4 is expected to be the perfect middle ground. It won't have the massive integrated vertical grip of the R1, keeping it portable for travel and landscape photographers. However, it will feature the magnesium alloy, weather-sealed durability that professionals demand. Expect a 9.44 million EVF, the clearest in its class, and a dual-slot configuration featuring CF Express Type B and a UHS-2 SD slot. This ensures that while you're pushing those 8K files, you still have a cost-effective backup solution for secondary data. Why would Canon release the R4 now? The answer is the competition. Sony's A7R series has dominated the high-res market for years, and Nikon's Z8 has stolen a massive chunk of the prosumer hybrid market. Canon isn't just looking to participate, they are looking to reclaim the throne. By pricing the R4 in that $4,500 to $4,800 range, they are creating a product that is more capable than the R5 but more accessible than the R1. It is the ultimate investment for a professional who needs one camera to do everything. The leap from the R5 to the R4 represents the biggest shift in Canon's philosophy in a decade. They are finally moving away from artificial product segmentation and giving the users what they actually asked for, a high-resolution sensor that doesn't sacrifice speed. This camera is built for the photographer who spends their morning shooting a high-fashion editorial and their afternoon capturing a high-speed sports event. It is built for the cinematographer who needs a reliable B-cam for a C300 Mark III but also needs a primary tool for high-end photography. We also have to consider the lens ecosystem. Along with the R4, Canon is reportedly readying a new line of VCM lenses, voice coil motors, that are optimized for this specific AF system. When you pair the R4's predictive AI with these new actuators, the focus pulls will be smoother than anything we've seen on a mirrorless system to date. We are talking about rack focuses that look like they were handled by a professional follow focus puller, all done internally by the camera's brain. If you are a professional shooter in the US or Europe, this is the camera that will likely define your workflow for the next 5 years. The R4 isn't just a rumor anymore, it's a statement of intent. It's Canon telling the world that they aren't afraid to innovate, even if it means breaking their own traditions. The line between photo and video hasn't just been blurred, it's been erased. This is the machine that proves Canon is still the king of the mountain. But now I want to hear from you. Does a 60-megapixel stack sensor make you want to trade in your current gear? Or are you holding out for the R1 flagship? The R4 represents a massive shift in the market, and your choice today will dictate your workflow for years to come. If you found this breakdown helpful and want to stay ahead of every major tech shift in 2026, make sure you are part of the TechVibe community. We are tracking every piece of data, every sensor leak, and every price drop to make sure you never waste a dollar on the wrong gear. This was the deep dive into the Canon EOS R4. We have more exclusive looks at the 2026 roadmap coming your way, so stay tuned. Keep creating, keep pushing the limits of your gear, and I will see you in the next one. The EOS R4 is shaping up to be the most versatile hybrid ever created. With that 8K 60p RAW and the AI-driven Digic accelerator, you are looking at the future of digital imaging. We'll be tracking every leak until the official launch, so make sure you stay locked in here at TechVibe. Don't forget to check the resources below for the best current gear deals, and as always, keep your vision sharp. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.